Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? My name is Bill. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to go over something in Lightburn that not a lot of folks, you very seldom see anybody ever talk about this or discuss what it is. But it's called cut. What was it again? Cut selected graphics in Lightburn. Um, it's it's a pretty useful tool, and I'm going to show you a couple ways on how I go about using it, and then you can expand on your own. Play with it and see what else you can do with it. But I'll go over a couple ways that I do use it. Today I also wanted to kind of go over. I do a lot of some of these videos here, and um, I never know if you guys get something out of what I'm putting out. So I'm going to ask a favor of all you guys. If you guys can put in the comment section, a one if you learned something today, or a two if you learned something, if you learned two things today, or three if you learned three things, and so on. It just helps me out, lets me know if you guys are learning something that I'm doing, or or how many things you are actually learning. So if you can do that for me, that'd be awesome. I would appreciate that. But like I said, today we're going to jump into Lightburn, and we're going to go over something that, like I was saying, that's pretty useful. Excuse me. It's cut selected graphics in Lightburn. So, in Lightburn, if you go and you have your graphics on your work plane, and you hit this preview button, it's going to show you how long it's going to take, and it's going to show you all the moves that it's going to do, which I've went over that on other videos. So just go to my videos and check that out. But also, there's times where I'll get an error code, and you go to preview it, and it's going to tell you you have cut selected graphs enabled, but have not selected anything. So you click turn off cut selected, or you hit OK. What that is in the laser section tab in Lightburn, there's this little box right here that is unchecked. If you check that on accident, then you'll get that error code that I just showed you. But what you can use this for is a couple different ways. If you click on it and you hit the preview like I showed you, you didn't select anything on your work plane. So you have to actually select something on your work plane for that feature to work. Now, if you do the preview button after you highlighted this whole piece right here, and then you hit the preview button, now it's going to show you just that one piece. It's going to show you how long it's going to take and what it's going to do that one piece. Now, if you highlight all of them or both of them and you do the preview button, now you're going to see it's going to show both of them on there. So that's a really neat feature to have with in Lightburn that a lot of people don't really use or mess with a whole lot. So there's other ways you can use it also too. I don't usually use that cut selected graphics right here. I don't usually use that when I'm putting an object on the work plane and getting ready to do it. I use it like in a case like what I'm going to show you right now. Let's say you went ahead and you put this on your work plane, and you went and you burnt it, and then you had it cut it out. And you notice that this one section right here, let me zoom in on this. This section, it moved a little bit, let me go back, did not cut all the way out. Everything else cut out, but you notice that one section didn't. As long as you didn't move any of this work piece, you can go back over and you can cut just that one piece. Instead of going through and redoing the whole entire process of it, all you do is you just come over here. If it's unchecked, you just check cut selected graphics. Now, if you pull up the preview button, all it's just going to do is just that one little piece that you have selected. So that's a big time saver. That's a big thing that you can do with this. If you notice two things you can select whatever pieces did not cut all the way through. And if you hit the preview button, it's going to show that piece over here, and then the circle piece that I just added to it. So that's a good, easy way to be able to use that cut selected graphics. That's pretty decent to use with it, and it is a big time saver. There are times where you go to your material library. Let me go back here. You go to your material library and you pick, let's say you're doing pine shelfboard, and you're doing 12 millimeters and you're doing a cut. So you're going to add that, you're going to assign that to this. Now, if you go to cuts and layers, it put 155 millimeters a minute at 100% power. So let me put this, I don't know why I did that. So let me go ahead and do back. There we go. So when you go to cut this out, pine is a different kind of wood. It's got a lot of grain in it. So it's a real grainy wood, and some spots are real hard to cut. Other spots are real easy to cut. Between the grain cuts real easy, or engraves real easy. Where you get the grains, it doesn't cut it out as well. So you might have to, slow it down a little bit more. Or you might have to do another pass. So if it cut everything out and you see, oh, this thing did, it cut everything out except for I see the two pieces that didn't drop, is this piece. Hit Control, select this piece. Those two pieces did not cut out for whatever reason. That's where the grain was real strong at. All you do is you go to your laser, like I showed you, make sure that Cut Selected Graphs is enabled. And then, like I showed you a minute ago, when you hit Preview, it's going to show you those two pieces. That's all it's going to do. It will not do anything else on that work plane, just those two. So that's kind of the ways that I use it. The other way you can use it also is if you got your wood on the honeycomb, and you put your pieces on it and you frame it out and it's where it needs to be. What you can do is, to make sure that your settings are good, you can click that one piece. And then, of course, the Cut Selected graph is selected. And then if you see it, it's only going to cut that one piece out. And you can go ahead and run that one piece. Cut it out. Make sure that it does cut that out. If it don't cut it out, then okay, look, today yesterday it cut it out at this speed I'm doing, but today maybe the humidity's up and the wood is not cutting as well, or whatever the case is. So you can go ahead and you can just do this one piece. Make sure that it does drop out, and then you're good to go. The other thing you can do is, if you wanted to just engrave, zoom in a little bit. You just want to engrave that piece. You can just select that piece, have it run that little section, and see if that's the what you're looking for. That's the way you want it to look. So that's another way that you can use that Cut Selected Graphs also. The other way is if you're just all right, let me go back to my art library, and I'm going to pull up Valentine's Day earrings. Let me get rid of all of these. Do it one more time. Oh, that's why, because it's pulling that up. Let me go ahead and get rid of all of this. And let's pull up this right here. Now, hit your period key to rotate that. If you put this on your work plane, you're like, well, I don't want to cut out all of these. The only ones I want to cut out is this one here. I want to cut this one out. So you can hit Control D, duplicate that, pull that over here. Now hit Control D, duplicate it again, bring it down. Now, with that Cut Selected graphics enabled, if you just select both of those, even though all this is on the work plane, as long as those two are the only ones selected that you want to do, you hit the preview button, and there you have it. It's just going to cut those two out. So it's just a good way of being able to select certain items on your work plane that you want to have it cut out. So I think that's kind of it for today. Real quick video. There's not much you can discuss with that, but that's just a couple of the ways of how I use that Cut Selected section in Lightburn. It's good for what I showed you. If you put your workpiece on the plane and work plane, and you go ahead and you cut it out, make sure that it is cutting that part out for you. So it's just a good way to use that feature in Lightburn. I don't ever see it anywhere on there. I think I might have saw it one time on there. Another person touched up on it, but that's the way I kind of use it. It just works out real well for me using it that way. So remember, I said before, if you learned something today, just drop me a 1 in the comments, or if you learned 2 things, drop me 2 things in the comment. Oh, I didn't know that. Let me go ahead and I like how that went. Let me go ahead and add a 1 in the comment. Oh, I learned 3 things today. Let me put a 3 in there. This way, it helps me let me know that you guys are learning something out of what I'm putting out here, and it helps the things flow in in YouTube as well too. So if I get comments, it does help out. But by you putting those numbers 1, 2, 3, or 4, or whatever, you could be 10. You can learn 10 things today you didn't know. So if you learn anything, just put that number in there and drop it off. And also too, if you can like and subscribe and share my content with other areas, that would help out too. Let's get this to grow and keep it going and having fun with this. So I hope you learned something today. If you did, like and subscribe. And drop me some comments down below. Let me know what you did learn, or how many things you did learn, or put in the comments what you did learn, or what you didn't know. That would help out a lot. But you guys stay safe. I appreciate you watching. Until the next one, have a good day.